Hello, we are back with 31 Days of Halloween, and today we are reviewing Hellraiser. I have my book with me, I have my lamination box, and let's get right into it. So, in case you're not hip to the fact, Hellraiser is a home film, it is a possession film, it is a film particular around this box. People who are pleasure seekers, people who enjoy the game, they mess with this box, and it's supposed to give you intense pleasure, right? And this pleasure is given by the surgeons of hell, the symbiotes or symbiotes, and they provide such a gift. But in the first film, you're brought into this world, and what I appreciate about this is like it does a very good job of world setting and world development, similar to the Purge films. Like it had. People would consider like, okay, the first Purge wasn't that great of a film, but it had enough of an exciting premise that it brought you into the world and it set the foundation for other films that came later, which I appreciate, right? Because like this first film is like, okay, you really don't see the symbiotes, you follow this guy, and it's very true to the novel, I will say. There were a few differences, like for example, Christy's character, instead of being there, Rory's and Julia's daughter, she's actually a neighbor in the book. And then also, instead of like the affair that happens between Frank and Julia, it's more so like she fantasizes about this guy because of all the stories that Rory told her. So yeah, it did a great job of setting up the world of Hellraiser, and then for what came for like later installments, where for as an entry level, it's very good. It is definitely the definition of a body horror film, and it used of practical effects and aesthetics and very haunting because like these things, like they speak with such conviction, especially particular character Pinhead, him, Chatterbox, and I should have looked at the names of the symbiotes before I even did the review, but they're very interesting characters. And they still, every scene that they're in, even though they're only in 3 scenes in this film, if I were to count like the first introductions when they take Frank, when Christy's character opens the box, and then also near the end of the film, when they take Frank's back, when they take their prize back, was the one that got away. They have such great sights to show you. I like that it's so, like, it doesn't do too much, right? The characters in this film, especially like the villains and the symbiotes, it has so much of a presence about them that the less that you see of them, the more on-screen presence that they have. And again, it makes you wonder so much more. And the symbiote's not even like the main villain of this film. If films do even have a villain, they just like actors of justice. It's not more than like swatting a fly. You don't feel anything about it. It's just like it's in your way. You continue on with your day, you just get it out the way. So I think the symbiotes function in the same way. They don't have a sense of good or bad. They're just doing their sense of duty and aim to please and to provide pleasure. But the guy in this film, and also I'm seeing as I read in this book, that plays Frank, is very creepy. He's on edge, very sexual. He really sells the film. Because like you don't really have much of the facial features and stuff like that, so you have to buy into this idea that this guy in makeup and prosthetics wants to return back, that he's been tormented, right? And there's a lot of emotion that he's able to convey just through his dialogue, very similar to, reminds me of earlier films with like that I reviewed this month, especially with Child's Play. But yeah, had a great time. Do like the second one more in the franchise, but I do appreciate the amount of world building this one did in the franchise. And I also recommend, if you do have the time, to check out this book. It's only 150 pages. Yes, I watched the film and I read this book in one sitting, and I think it's probably about one night time. But nonetheless, have you seen Hellraiser? Have you read the book? Are you excited for the Hellraiser game that's about to come out in a little bit? I'm excited for it, you know. I'm probably gonna get it on PS5 or PC. But without further ado, comment, like, subscribe, and as always, jarritos are on me. Take care.